and you decide to ask for the price and they tell you 500 cedis, 700 cedis, like hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Akia Stays Relaxed and I'm back with another video today. Today I'm doing something really different than what I usually do. Today is not going to be about hair. Today is going to be about lighting. If you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So have you noticed that every time you go on Instagram or every time you're just surfing through the internet, you come across a lot of people advertising lighting equipment like ring lights, like soft boxes, and especially on Instagram, you can go on Instagram and then all you see are ring lights, and you ask yourself, oh well, like this looks really cool, so let me just ask for the price. And you decide to ask for the price and they tell you 500 cedis, 700 cedis, like some of them can go all the way up to 1,000 cedis. And you know, not everybody has that kind of money, you know. And what I always say is that when you're broke or when you have less money, it always inspires you to become creative. And so in my experience, I didn't want to get a ring light because I felt like it was too much money. For some people, they might still decide to buy one, which is no problem. But then for we, the girls on a budget, this is for you. So basically, I wanted to show you guys how I light my videos and how I do my setup. So what I do is that I have two lights that I use. I use an LED panel light and then I use a I think it's called a security light, but that's a long story. But then I would advise most of you to get the LED panel lights. If you can get like 3, that would be really beneficial to you. So I want to show you guys how my lighting looks like when I turn off the lights, and then you guys can see the difference before I finally show you guys the lights that I use. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is how it looks like without my lights on. And even though it's really sunny outside, my house is really dark, so it doesn't really allow a lot of light to come inside, which is why I use the lights that I have. I'm now going to show you guys the lights that I use. So I'm going to turn one on, then I'll show you the other one, then when I put that one back, I'll show you the other one, if that makes sense. So as you can see, there is one light on, but you can see that it's still not as bright as it was at the beginning of the video. But then this is the more important light which I use, and this is an LED panel light. So as you can see, because of how the front part is, it doesn't give you too much exposure, like too much lighting exposure. It sort of softens the light so that it's not too harsh on you. And honestly, I think this is really useful. You do not need to spend 300 cedis on a ring light. You can just buy this. And before I forget, I bought this for I think about 70 cedis. I forgot where I threw away the box, like I would have shown you guys how it looks like. But basically, just go to any electrical shop near your house, okay? And when you get there, just tell them that you want an LED panel light. You get something like this. But then what you have to know is that it doesn't come connected with a wire. So after you buy your LED panel lights, you tell them that, oh, if they could connect it with a wire for you, you can buy the wire meters depending on how long you want the wire to be from the wall to where you want to connect it to. So I got like 2 yards of the wire that you see over here, and then they connected it to a plug for me so that I could just put it into my wall. And my wall has a switch, so that can help me to turn it on or off depending on what I want. But then everything was about 90 cedis for just this LED panel light, which is way cheaper than you getting a ring light. And this is just for one light, okay? So that totals our cost right now to like 90 cedis. Okay guys, so I'm coming to show you how I set up this LED panel light so that it gives me light when I'm shooting my videos. Okay guys, so this is basically how the back of my lights looks like. I know it's a big ghetto, but then that's just basically how I set up. I use a ladder to support the LED panel light, as you guys can see, and then I tilt it to get the amount of light that I want. So basically at the back of the light there are tiny holes that are connected to the LED panel light. So I just passed a scarf through it, but then please, if you have a better equipment like a elastic band or something, you can use that instead. I also forgot to add that I record my videos using a Canon Rebel I think T7i. Yeah, so for those of you who probably do not use a camera, I still think that the light is going to help you guys when you're recording. Okay, so the second light I have is the security light, and I basically just use a clip and then some cookie sheets to cover up the light, because as you can see, without the cookie sheets, you can see how bright the light is. There's nothing to try and soften the light. So to try and get over that, I use the cookie paper to cover over the light so that it gives a more softer light. So basically I just used towel hangers, which I bought from Banana at Akramo, and then I got this white this white piece of fabric, and I just hung that as my backdrop. And then I also have this white paper that I stuck on my door, and this is to bring as much light as possible into my room. Okay guys, so that's basically how I like my videos, and you can see how super easy and super simple it is. And this is all just to say that you do not need 1,000 CDs, you don't need 700 CDs, you do not need 500 CDs to light up your videos. You can literally just go to your local electric shop and then buy 2 or 3 lights, and then you're good to go. And yes, I'm not trying to bash those who use ring lights, because I think they're also really good. They're pretty useful, but then it's not the only lights that you can use for your videos. It's not the end result, or it's not the, how do I say it? It's not the only alternative that you have. So I believe that if you don't feel like buying a ring light and you don't feel like spending 500,000 CDs on lights, you can literally just spend below 200 CDs for like 2 really good bright lights, and you are good to go. So I really hope this video helped you guys, and if you guys have ever tried using an LED panel light to light up your videos, or you've tried using a security light to light up your videos, please do not forget to leave that in the comments down below and let me know what you think of this hack. See you guys in my next video. Bye.